everyone. Coming up to the Pro Wrestling Show. Celebrating our AEW Grand Slam. And right here, MJF defends his AEW title against Samoa Joe. With Samoa Joe emerged AEW champion by defeating MJF. Well, MJF has something up his sleeve. We'll talk about that coming up. Also, too, teacher versus mentor. Chris Jericho takes on Sammy Guevara. And teacher versus mentor match. You'll be shocked on the conclusion of that match and what had happened. Into a battle of respect between Claudio versus Eddie Kingston. Title versus title. You won't believe what happened. That kicks off the show as the Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling Show here on Connect TV. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, Miss Karen. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button. There's one message thing. This is the Connect TV Pro Wrestling Show, AEW Dynamite Ring Report. And your host, as always, Kenny D here. I'm here join that conversation. What a Grand Slam it was from top to bottom. Amazing Grand Slam. So we're going to get to it right now. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Join in and subscribe. All right. You see right here on the banner, we see right here Claudio Cesaro, the Ring of Honor champion, takes on Eddie Kingston, the New Japan Strong Openweight champion, and a winner take all match. Title versus title. It's all about matter of respect at the end of the day. So we didn't waste no time whatsoever. As Claudio came out there, he was looking for a battle. Ian Riccaboni was at ringside calling the match for the Ring of Honor title. Claudio was with Will Yuta. Claudio had to have his support system. So Claudio marched down to the ring, motivating himself down to the ring. So right here, Claudio, taking no time whatsoever. Well, the match was that uphill battle between Claudio and Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston wanted to get Claudio's respect after what Claudio done to him. He blames Claudio for taking his ball and went to WWE without doing the favors. But Eddie Kingston won the match and won indeed and got Claudio's respect. You know day. So Eddie Kingston finally becomes Ring of Honor champion. He has done it. He's now officially a world champion. Eddie Kingston has done it. Eddie Kingston has done it, and kind of shocked that Eddie Kingston now holds both the Ring of Honor World Championship and the New Japan Strong Championship. Who's going to take that championship away from Eddie Kingston? It's going to be a tough cookie. Whoever does that, I think it's Samoa Joe might do it. Who knows? But we'll get to Joe a little bit later on. Samoa Joe challenged MJF for the AEW title. We'll get to that a little bit later in the show. Well, they did a segment where Roger Strong was in the hospital. Adam Cole was there by his side. I don't know what's going on with that. Is Roger Strong going to is Adam Cole trying to slowly build his way back in because of what had happened and stuff? We saw Roger Strong with his new cronies, Mike Bennett and Matt Taven. They was there to support Roger Strong when he was in the hospital bed. And all of a sudden, Adam Cole came out of nowhere. So it's something not adding up on why Adam Cole is just showing up to Roger Strong's side at the they had their little rift and stuff, their friendship rift. We'll see going forward. Well, the second match of the night was student versus teacher. Chris Jericho took on his student, his pupil, Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho has been byways, highways ever since the inception of AEW back in 2019. Now it's 2023. It's been 4 years later. And now Sammy Guevara wearing expired Jericho gear. Maybe Jericho told him to wear that shit. And dress like me, wear stuff. Doing throwback to Jericho 20 years ago at WrestleMania 19 when Jericho took on Shawn Michaels in a classic that we saw mirror images of as you see right here, Sammy Guevara did the unthinkable. He had turned his back on his pupil, Chris Jericho. Uh, Shades of what Jericho did to Shawn Michaels 20 years ago. As you see right here, low blowing, kicking Jericho in the nuts. I knew. I said when they was hugging each other so tight, I said Jericho won the match, but Jericho probably got his heart broken. And Don Callis was right there, making matters worse, adding salt, adding adding more sting to the buzzer. As you see right here, Don Callis came out there, maybe convinced Sammy Guevara to turn Chris Jericho. I knew Jericho even had held him tight and whispered to his ear to kick him. And Jericho got kicked in his, you know what, in his nuts. And Jericho, this was mere images of what Jericho did 20 years ago at WrestleMania 2003. 20 years ago. Man, it's been 20 years ago? Man. I guess Jericho got to get paid back 20 years later. What a world we live in now, but we don't know why Sammy did what he did. Don Callis will have to explain his actions and what role he plays in all this, because Don Callis even had Sammy Guevara and Dan Garcia. They don't like each other one bit, but they was on the Jericho Appreciation side, and now you got Don Callis acting like he's Bobby Heenan or something with that. But we have to wait and see what this gonna lead to and what this all about. Don Callis bringing together Concussion, Take It to Tesha, um, um, and Sammy Guevara, Mel Dan Garcia. He had somebody else. I forgot who he had, but he's trying to grow him a roster full of stars, young and up and coming stars, and some established stars. Who Don Callis was associated with? He was so what? I know he didn't like Jericho. Trying to see who did. It's somebody Don Callis was associated with. No, Takesha, and I guess them three now. And it was somebody else. I can't put my finger on it. Maybe you fans out there might know, your audience members might know who did Don Callis associated with to take down Jericho. I'm trying to think. I forgot. Um, it'll come to them and cross my mind, but I don't know. But hey, speaking of that, we know that John Moxley defending the international AEW championship against Ray Phoenix. I know John Moxley and Ray Phoenix don't see eye and eye. They never will see eye and eye. But this match right here led to the primrose path of that. What's going on? But um um he's the new champion. So congratulations to Pentagon. Not Pentagon, but Zero Death Fear. Ray Phoenix winning the AEW International Championship. Ray Phoenix now holds the gold. Well, speaking of gold, we know that Toni Storm, a former AEW Women's Champion, is looking for gold. She's trying to act more like a Hollywood starlet. She came out there to I don't know if she got amnesia, what, but Toni Storm came out there to try to alleviate on what's going on with her, with the amnesia situation. Toni Storm took on women's champion Paige Saraya. Paige Saraya tried to get the advantage of Toni Storm. It was a near fall finish, but Paige found the way to win. She always found a way to win, and she does that. Paige now with Ruby Riot. So they WWE name with Ruby Riot. Paige retains her women's championship. Now we're trying to figure out what Paige was next for Paige. Paige might be going against. We're hearing the report Sasha Banks. That's the report that we're going on. Sasha Banks and Paige going at each other sometime down the road. So we could be looking forward to seeing Paige versus Sasha Banks. There is a history between that when Paige blames Sasha Banks for ending her abrupt wrestling career now. So this could be the genesis of that starting up. Well, we know this that the main event right here, Samoa Joe challenges MJF for the AEW title. Could Samoa Joe become AEW champion, or will MJF continue his reign and not being bullied and intimidated by Samoa Joe? Only time we had told tell. Well, the match was evenly matched and stuff. Joe dominated the match. MJF tried to utilize anything he could to keep his title, but at the same token, MJF used his diamond ring. Referee caught him and told him he can't use the diamond ring. Well, Samoa Joe hit the muscle bus. We thought it was gonna be it, but it wasn't. Well, after that, MJF found a way and put Samoa Joe to sleep with his necklace with the help of Roger Scrum or the help of Am Cole. I think Am Cole was getting to their cheating ways and stuff, proving to be a pivotal moment for MJF. MJF won the match. Samoa Joe a little bit angry and antsy, but he respected Samoa. He respected MJF. MJF now trying to become a babyface. He's getting New York crowd. He even trying to get folks to be on his side. I don't. It's like they cosplaying WWE's way too much for me. Way too much. I mean, MJF and them, you can tell they watch WWE, but at the same token, do something different. Do something that will create an audience of AEW. You don't have to recreate WWE moments. The moments is already there on the Peacock network and stuff, not for, you know, recreate AEW. You want to create moments so we know that sooner rather than later, AEW will be on Max, the streaming site, Warner Bros. Discovery, because they announced that they're going to be on live sports. So you know AEW is going to be somewhere doing a paywall with Max. But all these things like right here with MJF copying Bret Hart and Sammy Guevara copying and Chris Jericho trying to recreate his moment when he had in WWE kicking Shawn Michaels in the groin way back 20 years later. And now Sammy Guevara 20 years now doing the same thing. It's like you want to create moments. I think the only thing that was authentic and that was natural was the Claudio and Eddie Kingston storyline. I mean, that's from personal real life. You want real life grudges, not no something that came out, you know, on the backstory because nobody don't know. And now everyone bring to the forefront. I think they told a good story, hitting off Dynamite. But Samoa Joe gave MJF his respect and his admiration. So we don't know what's going on, what's going to happen with here with MJF and Adam Cole, what's next for them. But we'll have to wait and see. You know, the world title eventually will be that in mind. All right. We're gonna end the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Let's move forward to Wrestling Hot Topics or Wrestling Hot Topics. The New Day have look like they're confirming that they're going to be doing something there in Australia. So you have to wonder what the New Day is going to be doing in Australia. That we're hearing reports that WWE could be holding the Super Show in Australia like they did in 2019. We'll see. And when they come to their promises with WWE. The New Day posting a picture that they are out and about in Australia, so you know what that means. Speaking of that, we're seeing right here. This is a photo sent right now. You see Renee Young and John Moxley. And we see Tony Khan and Claudio, they all coming out. Will Yuta coming out of Moxley's um I guess trailer or something was going on. I guess John Moxley brought him a trailer. So we're seeing a lot. So hopefully what this might go down, we'll have to wait and see. But we're anticipating to see what's going to be next. We know that this week on Rampage, they're trying to boost Rampage up. Sting and Darby Allin will team up against the team of Christian Cage and Luchasaurus. We see Christian right here with the TNT title, but Luchasaurus is the official champion. We'll see that match coming up next this Friday on Rampage. They're trying to boost up Rampage and get its ratings and stuff. They think the Sting are gonna help, but Sting ain't gonna help for real. It's gonna take a miracle to be honest with you. All right. We're gonna end that right now. We're gonna end this with this photo still right here of AEW champion MJF and Samoa Joe, his challenger, giving each other the battle of respect, which at the end of the day comes to. Well, that's gonna do it. We'll see you this Friday for the SmackDown Ring Report. And then also after Collision, we'll see you for the Collision Ring Report. So we're gonna have two shows coming up this weekend. So we'll see you then. See you later.